Have you ever found yourself blurting out every thought that popped into your head, only to wish later that you'd kept your mouth shut? Or maybe you are the person that stays silent even when you have something important to say, and then worry people think you don't have a voice at all. That flip between over speaking and holding your tongue isn't you being unfiltered or shy. It is actually your throat center driving expression one moment and silence the next. Hi everybody, welcome back to HPTV channel. I am Barbara, and in today's video I'll unpack what it really means to have the throat center defined versus having it be open. I'm going to share the real life shift that freed one of my clients from communication chaos. And I'm going to show you how to own your words instead of letting your throat center hijack your message. So if this interests you, stay tuned. If you resonate with this content, I would love it if you could subscribe to the channel, maybe hit the notification bell so that you will never miss another video again. So let's dive straight into the pulse of your throat center. So on your human design chart, the throat center sits just below your ajna center, and it is the hub where your thought becomes sound, where your ideas become words, and where your energy finds its voice. And when this center is defined, you have consistent access to speaking your truth. You know how you sound, and your voice comes easily. And that gives you presence until you talked so much that you overwhelm others, or you feel like you have to fill every silence. And so this is a pitfall to watch out for when your throat center is defined. But when it is open, you are a natural mimic. You pick up others' communication styles and blending in so well that you sometimes lose your own tone, your own voice. And that helps to keep you adaptable, but it also leaves you unsure if what you say really matters and if people are really listening or hearing what you're saying. And neither one is broken or bad. They are both just a signal how your voice wants to be used. So, to illustrate what I just shared with you better so that it might be easier to understand, I want to share some client stories with you. So, the first one I want to share is Maya's story. And her throat center is defined, and she hosted webinars 3 times a week, always with a script and always on. And by Friday, her voice was hoarse and her energy was drained, yet she still felt pressure to keep talking. So we introduced her speech release ritual. That meant that every evening she'd record a 2-minute voice memo of whatever came to mind and then deleted it. She didn't share those memos. They were just for clearing her throat center. And within a week, her live presentations felt fresh again, and she stopped feeling like she'd used up all her words before she even reached the weekend. And then there was my client Alex, whose throat center is open and who manages a team of 10. So, what that looks like is that in meetings, he would stay quiet, nodding along, afraid that his words wouldn't add any value. He thought he was being respectful until he realized that his silence was costing him credibility. And his breakthrough was really simple. He started every meeting with a single micro share, a one sentence on his top priority for the day. And that small act gave his voice permission to be heard And over time, he built the confidence to speak up more fully. So, what do Maya and Alex have in common? They both stopped treating every word as a performance. Maya learned to clear her voice privately so that she could show up clearly. And Alex learned to claim a small public moment so his inner voice could grow stronger. And you can do the same. So every day, carve out time for a daily practice to either release or rehearse your speech. Whether that's private voice memos or a 5 minute daily highlight in front of the mirror, it doesn't matter. The thing that feels most natural to you so that you can keep on doing it every single day. And these moves might feel small, but they really do transform your throat center from a runaway microphone or a locked door into a channel that you control. What you need to realize is this: your throat center will always pulse with the urge to speak or the pull to hold back, because that is what it is designed to do. So, what changes is who is steering this process. So, notice when you're blurting or when you're silent out of fear. And in that moment, you realize one of these things, then pause, apply your daily practice, and then choose how you want to use your voice. And over time, you will start to see that your words become purposeful, clear, and truly yours. So, if you listened so far, I want to ask you the following question: is your throat center defined or open? How does that show up in your conversations? Maybe you already know this information, maybe you resonated with one of my descriptions. Then please let me know in the comments. I read every single one of them and I will respond to every single one. And if you have absolutely no idea what you'd like to find out, then leave me a comment with throat center and I will reach out to you to help you find out if yours is defined or open. And if you want a full breakdown of all 9 centers with tailored practices for each one of them, and also learn all the other information about your human design, then you might want to grab your BU by Design blueprint with the link below this video. But if you crave more connections with people like-minded and you want maybe group support or grow and learn and share together, then you might want to join my BU by Design Mastermind. And if you are not sure what you want, or maybe you want to work one-on-one with me, then I'd like to invite you to book a free clarity call with me and let's figure it out together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and then I will see you next week in the video of the G Center, where we will learn to align our voice with our identity. See you there.